Okay, talk about talk about my friend, my activist friend I met. Um, well, her name was Sarah Hope on Facebook, and I don't know if you guys can hear me. Her name was Sarah Hope on Facebook, and I I kind of liked her posts and stuff, and I think was she in Anonymous, or she called herself Anonymous? Remember Anonymous movement? Well, I went through that whole thing for a while, but I was really never an anonymous person. Like when we did when we went to the protest things, I never covered my face with the mask. Maybe that was stupid. Maybe I should have covered my face. I don't know, but I think I met her. Well, I found her on Facebook because we were talking about, the sky. And then we went to a protest, I think, at the State House in New Hampshire about the sky. Okay. And there was only like 10 people there, but yeah, people don't care. Like, they walk by, they don't want to talk. They're like, the protests were interesting. But anyway, so I think, well, we became good friends. I think she came to my house once, but she was being kind of like really demanding because she was hungry. You know, when they get hangry. She was hangry one day, and I was like, wow. And I don't know. I let her stay in my screen house, and I don't know. She didn't seem like she was comfortable, but we became friends, and she was up north all the time, and she's actually the one that taught me about like different places to stay and what I could do to survive up there. And we did a lot of stuff together. Mostly adventuring, driving around and looking at places. And, I thought we really hit it off, but then it changed. So, and it's always just like a weird little thing that changes it. And I don't understand what happened, but when it happens over and over again, like I try to ignore it and be like, oh, well, they're just in a certain mood, and oh, this or that, and I just ignore it. But when it keeps on happening, it's like, so, I was brought up like if you cook food and you don't have enough food, you know, you could explain it to the person. Like I grew up that you should share your food. Like you shouldn't cook food in front of people and eat food in front of people. Like I was brought up that that's rude. But that's not how this generation is, okay? They're not. So, anyway, I I went in one night, and this was at Naskaya, all right, the dance place up in Franconia. So I go in there one night, right, and I'm like, oh, I was like, I didn't want any of her food. I had my own food in the truck, but I came in and I was like, oh, what are you cooking? And I think she was cooking noodles or something, right? And she's like, oh, I'm cooking this, but I don't have enough for you. Like she said it right out like that, and I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, that's all right. I have my own food. Thanks, anyways. But I think she felt bad about it afterwards because I came home from work. I came back from work. I shouldn't say home. It wasn't my home, but I came back from work one day and she had like this whole table set up and she made spaghetti and everything. So I think she kind of felt bad about it and she thought about like what she said and she was trying to make it up. So that was nice. But the way it ended was very strange. So I was staying, they let me stay at Niskaya outside in the parking lot. And then it got really cold, so they let me come inside. They do rent beds for the dance session things. They rent these beds, and it's like an octagon place. So they probably have like, I want to say one, two, three. It was her bedroom in the middle. They probably have like six beds at the top of it that you can rent. I think it's like $25 a night or something like that. But they let me stay, and it was. I don't know where I was. Was I staying there? I don't know. But anyways, I was doing gardening with her. Okay, this is how I knew it was like something was shady. It was weird. So we're doing gardening. Okay, I think I was collecting dandelions. I don't know, but they had old compost pile. All right, and this old compost pile, nobody had turned it over. Nobody had really added anything to it to get the compost going. It was just an old compost pile. You could tell. So so I think I might have put some weeds in it that we were weeding. We were planting flowers around and weeding and stuff, and I think I might have put some weeds in there, and I turned it over. All right, so I was trying to get it going again, and all I did was turn it over. All right, so I get this weird email from her like the next day, like telling me off. And then she's telling me off rudely about the compost pile. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the compost pile. I didn't do anything to it. I just was turning it over and like basically I just took the shovel and I was trying to turn it over, but it was really old. You know when a compost pile gets old and it's like crunched down. So all I did was like try to like turn it over, and for some reason that pissed her off. And she was like literally telling me off about the compost pile, right? So then I don't know, she was friends with the guys, the people in Warren that I'd go there, and then they started treating me different for some reason. It was weird. Like I don't know if she told them something, but yeah, she was really pissed off about the compost pile. I was like, wow. And so then I think I didn't have a place to stay. I think I ended up staying at her friend's driveway, but I forget. We just stopped talking after that. I was like, it was weird. She flipped out about the compost pile, and then our friendship ended. So this is what I'm saying. Oh, and then I have a story about Wendy, my friend Wendy, actually got me fired from Abenaki when I stayed at her house and all the shit that happened there. Oh my God. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, my friend Wendy got me fired from Abenaki. I took her with me to help me clean after they kicked me out of the house. It was like the night it was like the night after they kicked me out of my house, and I still had to finish my job. Not a lot. I think I just had the gym and some dusting to do or whatever. And I didn't know bringing her was going to get me fired, but obviously they changed the locks on the door the next day. So I don't know what's up with Wendy, but she ended up getting me fired. So yay. My friendships. Okay. I don't have any friendships anymore. So all I have is a dog that loves me. I have one person that loves me. So that's all that matters, I guess. Okay. Bye.